Tyco's STP Stalker. Precision built by Tyco. This is Richard Petty's number 43 stock car. Of course, Richard Petty is one of those drivers that I used to love watching growing up in the 70s. He was a pretty awesome dude. Drove some of the coolest looking NASCAR vehicles. My favorite car that he drove was that 1970 Dodge Superbird with the big wing on the back. That car was awesome. In the early 80s, I used to go cruising on the strip when I had my hot rod. There was a yellow Superbird in my town that I remember seeing going up and down the strip. Always loved those cars. I would love to have one, but they were so far out of my price range back then, and they're even more outlandish now. So Willie's hope to ever have a Superbird is way out the window. But anyway, this is based on a car that Richard Petty drove. It is an RC car by Tyco, and it's not a digital proportional car. It's bang bang, you know, forward, back, left, right, forward, reverse, you know, stop. It's what they call a 7-function radio control. So there's no precision to this at all. These are going to be going straight ahead or hard turn. Straight ahead, hard turn that way. Which is okay. It makes the car a little bit cheaper to produce, not having the precision, the proportional controls. And Tyco put out a ton of these type of RC vehicles back in the day, late 80s, early 90s. This is from the late 80s, early 90s era, if I remember right. I do remember seeing these on store shelves. I never picked one up because the time this came out, I wasn't really collecting toys or anything like that. This I found at a flea market a few years ago, 2 or 3 years ago. I found this for like $10 if I remember right. It was at a NASCAR kind of booth. They had all kind of NASCAR memorabilia, and this was sitting up on the shelf. I said, oh, I got to buy that to make a Toy Tune video on. I just never got around to it. But now I am. One of the things I definitely want to try to do for the Toy Tune podcast is I want to try to go to the Richard Petty Museum in Randleman, North Carolina. That's recently been opened again due to the COVID pandemic starting to lift. I've always wanted to go visit that museum, so I want to try to make a trip down there, take some video, some pictures, and maybe talk about some Richard Petty toys, either on a future podcast or a future video. Some of the other toys that are based on Richard Petty's career, which I think is really cool, because I remember I had a slot car that was the Richard Petty slot car, but I don't remember which one it was. Can't remember what. I think it was the Charger looking one, not the Superbird, but there was another one that he drove. It was either Charger or I can't remember. Man, that's bad. You think being a fan of Richard Petty, I would know this stuff, but I don't. Anyway, I'm rambling. Really awesome box. Shows a nice little racing scene right here. Of course, we got a top-down view, so you can see what's inside the box. The graphics on the car look really good. Right there's the RC control. This comes with some driving cones, except yourself a little track or an obstacle course if you want to. Radio control transmitter, like I said, is very basic. Forward, reverse, no proportional control, whatever. And of course on the back, it shows some of the other RC vehicles they made. The Fast Tracks, I remember that. The Lamborghini, the Hopper, the Bandit. The Typhoon was cool. That's an RC hovercraft. I've seen one of those before running around. And of course they made some planes and a hydroplane. Tyco made a ton of various RC vehicles back in the day. Of course on this side of the box, it shows where the on-off switch is. It takes 4 AA batteries. Shows what controls it has and what kind of batteries you need. Like I said, 4 AA's and a 9-volt. Pretty basic. Proof of purchase. Race both Pontiac Stalkers. So if you got the other stock car, RC stock car, you guys could race. That's kind of cool. I guess I should have found this other one so my wife and I could have raced each other. That would have been funny. So go ahead and open up the box here. Oh, which did it open? There it is. As we slide the vehicle out of the box. So in the box, we also have the Tyco RC save this card. Get your warranty card and your registration card for the toy. Pretty cool. Then we have the owner's manual. Model number 2306-27. Just to put the battery in. All that good stuff. Talks about the gear selector switch on the bottom of the car, which we'll talk about here in a minute. Shows how to drive your car. Where not to drive your car. Keep your car within 30 feet. And a little troubleshooting guy. Days of Thunder, 1990. Oh yeah, I forgot about that movie. That's an awesome movie. I'm going to have to watch that again. I forgot about Days of Thunder. That's an awesome movie. So let's take the car out of the box here. There's the car. I'm going to put the side right there. Get the radio control out. There's the radio control. And of course we have our cones. The warning cones. Pretty basic controls, very small. Or I got very large hands, either one. Spring loaded on the top. So forward, reverse, left, right. Got her on off. Put her battery in right back here. 9-volt battery. And the car itself, it's got some really good decals on it. It's a good looking car. Tyco did a good job. Tyco did a good job with this. Look on the bottom down here, we have our on-off switch. We have our steering adjustment to make it drive straight. So when you're going forward, if it's arcing on one side or the other, you would turn this little adjustment here to get it to drive straight when you're going straight ahead. Then we have our gear select switch. We have slow and fast. That's cool. And of course we have our battery compartment, which I can't open. Open up. There we go. For the 4 AA batteries. Alright, let's put some batteries in this thing and let's take a look at some of the controls and how it responds. Okay, we have forward, reverse. Now you gotta be moving in order for it to steer. So here's steering to the left, steering to the right. Of course we got backwards, left, right. We got stop. So right there's the 7 functions. Now on the bottom of the car, we have the gear select. Right now it's set on slow. So we got a slow. Put it to fast. You can see the wheels will spin a little bit faster. Pretty awesome. Okay, I think I need to take this outdoors. Woo! And do some driving. Woo!